In our Sunrise Smart Start, after a confirmation hearing yesterday, Interim Police Chief David Smith is one step closer to becoming the official chief of the Rochester Police Department.
Rochester Mayor Malik Evans appointed Smith as his choice for chief after a national search. At the hearing before City Council, member Lachey Harris asked about recruiting more people who represent the population. Councilmember Stanley Martin also questioning the force used by law enforcement in the protests following the death of Daniel Prude. And on that note of the police department, RPD is still facing ongoing staffing shortages, among other challenges. The department is pushing for more applicants, seeking people particularly in the age range of 19 to 34. The job has quite a few benefits, including free medical coverage, education costs, and competitive pay, just to name a few. Initial requirements for the job include an online application with a resume, references, and it is required to have a high school diploma or GED.
New this morning, a carjacking in the city just after midnight on Thomas Street. Police say on arrival, the vehicle was stolen at gunpoint with at least one round. The victim was not injured. Shortly after 3 a.m., officers observed that stolen vehicle in the area of Parcells Ave and Stout Street and attempted a traffic stop there. Officers say the vehicle fled, crashing shortly after, where a foot chase ensued. Two occupants of the vehicle, a 16-year-old male and an 18-year-old male, were transported to the hospital. They are being treated for non-life-threatening injuries from that accident. Police say charges are currently pending. Rochester police recovering a body from Lake Ontario yesterday morning just off the Charlotte Pier. Police responding to a call from the U.S. Coast Guard around 8:30 yesterday morning for the reports of a body floating in the water. The body found is said to be an adult male, though police say they do not know how long the person has been deceased. The medical examiner's office is working to identify the body.
And another body was found in the water yesterday around 2:15 in the afternoon, this time near the Black Creek boat launch in Chilai. Police report a person in the area saw a body floating face down near the outlet of the Genesee River. First responders pulling the man from the water, but resuscitation attempts were unsuccessful. The investigation is currently ongoing.
State regulators meeting with executives at the House of Mercy yesterday following a fatal stabbing which forced the facility to be closed since last week. The Office of Temporary and Disability Assistance confirms the staff visited yesterday, but they would not provide any details on that meeting. House of Mercy is the largest homeless facility in Western New York.
Planned Parenthood of Central and Western New York now suing the town of Henrietta after the town denied the special use permit to open a new facility off of Jefferson Road. Planned Parenthood's legal team is arguing that the Henrietta Town Board was unfair with their decision from June. Planned Parenthood claims the town rewrote zoning laws to deny the permit. The area for the new location was located in a strip mall labeled a commercial district. The denial contained arguments that the facility is not consistent with the character of the retail facilities already in that area. Other members also argue that infrastructure may not be able to handle the increase in emergency vehicle traffic.
Well, President Biden is scheduled to sign the Inflation Reduction Act into law today. With the nation trying to combat the climate crisis, some say Rochester has been a pioneer in supporting the nation's climate action goals with state and local clean energy programs. The Rochester Community Power Team reports in an 8-month period, participants of the program have helped to avoid over 28,000 metric tons of carbon dioxide emissions using RG&E's default supply. They say that is equivalent to taking over 6,000 cars off the road for 1 year. Members of the Rochester Amherst Alumni Association, along with local hockey celebrities, holding a golf tournament yesterday.
This happening at the Ravenwood in Victor. The proceeds generated from the event will go to a number of organizations, including Compeer Rochester, Finger Lakes Donor Recovery Network, and the Veterans Outreach Center. One of the participants is Sabres forward Alex Tuck, who says he's happy to be included in the fund. Well, summer school graduations and final classes are wrapping up, including the Rochester City School District summer program, one program at St. John Fisher University, giving students a taste of college when they complete their senior year over the summer. Under this program, 30 seniors from the RCSD who otherwise would not have received a diploma are projected to graduate by the end of this month.
With the start of the new school year approaching quickly, Monroe County's Council of Superintendents has a new president. The role is a year-long duty, and this year Dr. Casey Koshorik, the superintendent of Hilton, is taking over. He says that they are still planning on keeping a close eye on COVID this year. Koshorik says that many schools are taking more security precautions, including some using a bulletproof film on windows. He also says they are trying to address staffing shortages through social media and job fairs.
And while summer vacation is winding down, there is a new excuse to go for a swim. The Genesee Valley Park pool reopened yesterday after ongoing renovations. The project, which cost $2.2 million, includes a new pool surface, deck, lifeguard, chairs, a slide, and starting blocks. The entrance for the plaza has also been upgraded. The director of community athletics says having pools are important for both children and adults.
URMC is getting ready for its Promote Health, Prevent Cancer classes, which focus on empowering participants to make and maintain changes in their diet and physical activity. The free 8-week classes begin at the end of the month. You can see the dates of those classes and times on your screen. There is also a virtual class option. The classes focus on promoting healthy living and preventing disease through exercise, nutritional education, and lifestyle changes. You can learn more about those classes over at rochesterfirst.com.
Whether you're promoting health, maybe going for a swim, or maybe a morning walk this morning, seems like the weather is on your side.
Yeah, not bad at all. I just poked my head outside, and it's nice. It's really a nice morning out there, comfortable. Temperatures in the 60s. Right now, we'll climb into the upper 70s this afternoon. And yep, there is a rain chance for today, but a lot of us are going to get missed. If you're downtown, it's going to be tough to get rain showers. Really, best chance is going to be Ontario, Livingston, Wyoming County, over into Yates. Those areas, Canandaigua, could see a downpour as well. Really, south of the thruway is going to be key. If you're along Lake Ontario, I'm not going to say you won't get rain, but it will be a lot tougher. We'll hopefully get some rain as we get into the next couple of days. Let's take a look at the 8-day forecast at the end of the show. Amel, how are the roads looking this morning?
Well, James, we do have an accident to report in Rochester on Scioto Street, northbound, southbound at the Rochester Inner Loop Highway. Otherwise, things are looking good. 394, 95, 90 are clear. Just try to avoid Scioto Street if you can. In national news this morning, 1 year after the U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan, the scenes of uncertainty and chaos experienced firsthand and played out on screens across the world are remembered.
Christian Garzone spoke with the director of the Monroe County Veterans Service Agency about how former service members and Afghan allies and refugees are coping with the aftermath. Christian Garzone has more.
Marine Nick Stefanovich did 2 tours in Afghanistan. He's now the director of the Veterans Service Agency for the county.
Help a lot of the veterans who served in Afghanistan get their benefits and deal with stuff that happened over there.
A year after the withdrawal, he says no one is satisfied with how it happened or what came after.
And everybody remembers the video footage of guys falling off the plane as it left Kabul airport at all, but nobody thought it went well.
From the American and Afghan casualties to the gear left behind to the Taliban taking back control, he says it was the toughest to watch for those who served.
The part of ourselves over there, and a lot of us worked really closely with a lot of the interpreters.
Some of those interpreters are still left behind. Some who made it to the U.S., like Abdul Hasib Dilawar, are struggling.
The biggest thing that I was, worried about was getting employed and getting a job to help my family and find my ways. And now I'm there. My father has lost his job and income.
Is your family safe?
They are safe, but they don't have the freedom.
Stefanovich says the interpreters then and now are big targets for the Taliban. All the more reason to continue to get everyone who wants out, out.
They hated the interpreters. They were traitors.
For service members still dwelling on the withdrawal, he says know when to unplug and to get help. This is a situation that will remain for years to come.
And go in and practice some self-care, because often we can too easily get sucked back into that war in our minds.
For News 8, this is Christian Garzone.
All right, Christian, thank you for that report. If you are a veteran in need of help or services, we have a link to the Veteran Service Agency with this story over at rochesterfirst.com.
China announcing Monday it is again organizing military drills in the waters and airspace around Taiwan after another U.S. delegation landed in Taiwan. The second group of lawmakers to visit Taiwan this month say the trip is to reinforce U.S. support of Taiwan. A spokesperson for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs saying the delegation's visit to Taiwan violates the One China policy. Under that policy, the U.S. acknowledges without endorsing China's position that Taiwan is part of China.
All right, James, over to you for one final check of our forecast.
Yeah, it's going to be a nice day.
Yeah.
Not a great day, not a terrible day, a nice day. Let's call it that. Upper 70s this afternoon. Highs around 81, so slightly below average. And we may be hoping for some rain showers to green up the lawn, but it's going to be tough to get it if you are around Monroe County along Lake Ontario. Those areas, lower chance. If you're in the Finger Lakes, you've got a little bit of a better chance to see a passing shower or maybe even a thunderstorm. 8-day forecast here next couple of days. Tomorrow I've got a shower or thunderstorm chance, but generally isolated. We'll continue that into Thursday and then start to see a warm up. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all look above average as temperatures climb into the mid to upper 80s. So we're still watering a little bit today, but otherwise a decent day.
A nice week ahead. Thank you, James. And thanks so much for watching News 8 at Sunrise.
Our next update is coming up in 30 minutes. CBS Mornings is next.